Okay, this is the Good View, and we're here with Judah the Lion. Judah, say the thing.
Judah the Lion, yeah, killing everything.
I'm glad you knew what I meant. So, how do you make a great performance? How do you get the crowd on your side? You know, what's the key elements to that?
Well, it took a long ass time. My first performances, the crowd was definitely not on my side. I always had I was blessed naturally with a sort of unique, sort of compelling sound.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of the showmanship, I had to study a lot of great performers like Freddie Mercury of Queen,
Mm-hmm.
a JK of Jamiroquai, like James Brown, like great frontmen, you know what I mean, and showed like how like beyond the music, how what they did with their bodies and with the words that they said and the things that they did on stage to just captivate you and keep your attention.
So it's kind of like
stage.
multitasking.
Definitely, it's definitely multitasking. It's like even some artists like Frank Sinatra, they just stand in one spot and they call it crooning, but it's just like they just stand in one spot, but still things they did to captivate your attention. And just kind of adopted different things. What you kind of have to do is free your mind. It's like easier said than done, but you have to rid yourself of the thought of embarrassment or shame or self-awareness, but still be hyper aware of self at the same time.
So you have to be aware of self without thinking of self.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean?
What do you think is the main difference between Judah the Lion when you started performing and now, in terms of like you said you weren't that good back then? Now I think you're great. I'm sure a lot of people believe so too.
Experience. Just going on different stages, dealing with different types of crowds. You have like different moods when you like hit different places. Like they started off at this place called Bahama Joe's. It was called Bahama Joe's. Now it's like Dali Tapas next to Senior Frogs. But it used to be Bahama Joe's, and it used to be a hot spot. Like Willis and the Illis made it very popular. Our first gig, Judah the Lion and the Truth, we opened for Willis and the Illis, and it was just like a lot of people just standing around waiting for you to do something. And the mood was basically you had to create the mood for them, you know what I mean? And then the crowd would then give you the energy back. So you would have to, I guess, like for me it was just going to different stages, like crowds that were just chilling, just they would observe instead of interact. And then you have like super interactive crowds. Like whenever we perform at Pirates.
Yeah.
Pirates Republic, like the crowd is super interactive. They like sing the songs back to you, and they like some of them even like jump up on stage and dance with you and dance like that. And then you just have to be.
I'm one of them.
Right, exactly. So you just have to be open and ready for anything. You know what I mean? Like technical difficulties, like times in music break. It's like what would you say to the crowd? Like and I'm still working on things like that. You know what I mean? I still get nervous when I have to speak to crowds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's like you just have to like sort of think on your feet as best you can.
I see, and you have to read a room.
Exactly.
What's a bad performance to you? Whose fault is it? Who is the cause of a bad performance? Is it the performer or the audience?
Well, at the end of the day, it's always on the performer, the entertainer, to use his resources, to use like to the best of his ability, keep the crowd entertained. That's why I have immense respect for hosts, MCs, like people who have to go in between the acts and hype the crowds up or calm the crowds down, depending on who the performer is, and the performer, him or herself, to sort of like create the magic moment. You know what I mean? Out of thin air. It's definitely on the performer. You know what I mean? The crowd just comes there as a willing participant, just an observer. You know what I mean? So they came to watch the show. Like if you come and go to the movies, if it's up to you whether or not you enjoy the movie, but at the end of the day, you know which movie you went to go see. You know what I mean? So it's like it's always up to the director, the actors, like the movie itself, whether or not it entertains you. That's your cup of tea, but you didn't invest anything except for your time and energy or whatever money you paid to go and see the performance. At the end of the day, the rest of it is up to the performer.
So let's just say the crowd's there, they're doing nothing. You're giving your best. What do you do?
That's all you do. You give it your best, and at the end of the day, if the crowd doesn't reciprocate the energy, then that's a learning experience for you. And if you call it like a dead crowd, it's like I hear it a lot of times. Like I performed in front of a dead, like so to speak, dead crowd. And afterwards, they come to me like, man, Jody, you really rocked the show. Like, you did an excellent job. And a lot of things you realize with a Bahamian audience sometimes is they almost like a TV audience where it's almost like they sitting down in front of a TV. They don't have to reciprocate. They don't have to give the energy. But they internalize everything and they really, really enjoy the performance, but they might necessarily show it in their faces. So you have to really, at all times, give your all no matter what the energy is you get back. You
shouldn't let their blank faces psych you out because you don't know who you're inspiring.
Right, exactly.
Cool. That's dope, man. Well, say the thing one more time.
Cause I'm Judah the Lion, yeah, killing every sound.
All right, thanks.